Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Archbishop Mitty High School College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Sarah. I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items for you. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use, and we encourage you to use, the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time throughout the presentations. If you have questions for a particular institution, go ahead and list that in the question, or you can ask a question to all of our wonderful presenters. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/archbishop-Mitty. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Oregon State University.
Hi, thank you, Sarah. One moment while I share my screen here. Okay, I'm having a little bit of technical, there we go. Oh. Of course, okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I love technology sometimes. All right, hello everybody, welcome. Thank you for coming this evening. My name is Kelly Pieski and I am the Assistant Director of Non-Resident Recruitment at Oregon State University. And I'm also regionally based in Northern California. So I am your regional rep for the Bay Area. So I do have my contact information on the last slide. Make sure you jot that down if you have any questions about OSU at the end of this. For those of you who have not been to Oregon State University, maybe not sure where we're at, that is totally okay. We actually have two campuses. Our main campus is in Corvallis, Oregon, which is indicated right there on the map in front of you by the big orange dot. We are about 90 miles south of Portland, about 30 minutes away from the coast and about an hour away from the Cascade Mountain Range. And then we have a smaller campus in Bend, Oregon, called OSU Cascades. I'm more than happy to chat with any of you after this about the Cascades campus, but I am going to mainly focus on the Corvallis campus today since that is our main campus. The name Corvallis translates to Heart of the Valley, and I like to say that because it really does show where we are located at. Again, just a really great location to kind of take advantage of everything that the state of Oregon has to offer. And then Corvallis itself is consistently ranked as being one of the top college towns in the nation, as well as being one of the safest, smartest, and friendliest cities as well. So it's just a really great place to live and learn for those 4 years that you're in college. It's a small traditional college town. It has about 60,000 residents, and then OSU has a total student population of about 33,000. A lot of activities are taking place on campus to kind of keep the students entertained and engaged in things outside of the classroom. We have over 400 student clubs and organizations, several annual events that take place throughout every year, lots of different Greek life, lots of different musical ensembles. You can be part of a musical ensemble without being a music major. We have 7 different cultural resource centers. So again, just a lot of different ways for students to get involved in things outside of the classroom. We also offer 16 different Division I sports, playing the Pac-12 conference. That's our beloved little mascot right there, Benny. And then students get home game tickets for free. So you can definitely check out any game that you would like as long as it's playing on campus. And that again is for free. And then if you wanted to participate in athletics, but not quite at that D1 level, we also offer over 40 different club and intramural sports as well. Now, switching gears, talking about academics, we do have over 200 majors offered throughout 9 different undergraduate colleges. We are very well known for programs in the STEM fields, most notably engineering, agricultural sciences, environmental sciences, marine sciences, just to name a few, but definitely not just a STEM school. We have great programs in business and education and liberal arts and humanities as well. We also have a degree granting honors college. So if you are a high achieving student, you'd have the opportunity to apply to the honors college and then earn your honors baccalaureate degree in any major that you are pursuing. And none of those majors are impacted. So when I talk about admission in a few slides, those admission requirements are the same for all of our majors. We have no additional admission requirements for any of our majors. We are a top research institution. We are the largest research institution in the state of Oregon. And we are one of only 3 universities in the entire nation to hold all 4 federally funded grants. We're a land, sun, sea, and space grant institution. And because we're predominantly undergraduate, those opportunities for research exist at the undergraduate level. Okay, switching gears real quick, because I don't got a lot of time left, but we have a holistic approach to our admissions decisions as well as scholarship. So when you submit your application, we are looking at the entirety of what you submit. We do take into consideration your academic history, including rigor of curriculum, grades in your both academic and non-academic courses. We are on the Common App, and we do require that you respond to one of the Common App essay prompts. We also have a few additional writing pieces that you can submit that are optional. Those are just intended for you to provide any additional information that you would like. And the Honors College is a separate application, but it's embedded into the application for admissions. Our early action deadline is November 1st, and our regular deadline is February 1st. We are a WUI school. We do offer WUI to about the top 10% of students coming from each WUI eligible state. So if you are in the top 10% of students who apply from California, it is automatic. You automatically get it. If you do not fall into that category, we have other merit-based scholarships as well. So more than happy to chat with you about those in more detail at a later time. We also have additional merit-based scholarships through a program we call OSU Scholar Dollars, but you do have to be admitted in order to access that. So that's where that early action November 1st admissions deadline is going to be key. And then our FAFSA deadline is February 28th. My contact information is on the screen right here. Please feel free to take a picture, take a screenshot, jot it down, and contact me with any questions you have after this. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Oregon State University. Next up, we have Santa Clara University.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much. Again, a little bit of technology here. But my name's Nayeli. I'm one of the admission counselors here at Santa Clara University. For those of you who have heard a little bit about Santa Clara, those of you, this is your very first time, we are located at the heart of the Silicon Valley, place known for its innovation, technology, entrepreneurship. Now, because we're located at the heart of the Silicon Valley, this also means that we're located to major worldwide companies, right? We're also located very close to major cities such as San Jose, Santa Cruz, and San Francisco. Now, this does mean that we have a lot of access to opportunities. Now, this is one of the reasons why many of our students have at least one internship by the time they graduate. Over 80% of our students have it. Over 91% of our students are either employed full-time in a graduate program or in a service program within 6 months after graduating. Now, again, this is because of where we're located, but it's also because of who we are. So Santa Clara University is considered a private Jesuit institution. Part of the Jesuit philosophy is that Santa Clara really aims to educate the whole person, which is the mind, the body, the spirit. Now, this is reflected in a lot of programs that Santa Clara offers, such as study abroad, community-based learning. But somewhere else where the Jesuit philosophy is also seen is in the core curriculum. So at Santa Clara, all of our students are going to take an ethics course, a civic engagement course, a diversity course, and 3 religion courses. As I know, those religion courses don't have to be tied to any religion. We have over 100 different courses that falls under this category, and it really ranges. For example, there's a lot of theology courses that students may take. But a common question we receive from students is whether students have to be Catholic to attend Santa Clara. Now, the answer to this is no. And as a fact, only about 39% of our students classify themselves as being Catholic on the Common App. 60% were non-Catholic or no religion. Therefore, again, you do not have to be Catholic to attend Santa Clara University. Now, and part of who we are is also the size of our institution. So Santa Clara University is considered a mid-sized university. Because of this, we have about 5,890 undergraduate students. Our average class size is 23 students. So this is amazing because there's a lot of close proximity with your professors and other colleagues. This is one of the reasons why our student to faculty ratio is 10:1. Now, this is very beneficial to our students. Many of our students love this, and this is one of the reasons why our retention rate is over 93%. Our 4-year graduation rate over 85%. Now, kind of looking at the other side, right? What is that counselors and officers look at when we evaluate the applications? I'll say this again because I'd love to be very transparent. Santa Clara takes a very holistic approach when we evaluate applications, meaning that we look at absolutely everything that students have been doing. Because it's holistic, we do unweight your GPA to look at every single course you've taken. But in addition to that, we look at the rigor, right? How hard were your classes? Did you take APs, honors, IB, dual? We look at all of that. But because it's holistic, we also look at your school profile. So we look at what you've been taking in addition to what's been offered to you. But again, because it's holistic, we not only focus on GPA, we look at everything else you've been doing as a student, extracurriculars, leadership roles, community service. We look at your story and your interest, right? Why is it Santa Clara? Why do you think Santa Clara is the best fit for you, and vice versa? Right? So we look at everything about you as a student that's been evaluating. And in order for us to do this, it comes down to the components, what students must submit. So there is a transcript. This comes from your counselor. It does have to be official, but very important test scores. This year, in our previous cycle, we have been test optional, meaning that you're not required to submit test scores. For the fall 2024, it is still currently in the works, but as soon as we know information, we will let all of our students know with enough time whether they would have to take their test or not. Personal essay, very, very important. We do not do interviews as part of the admissions process. That personal essay is very, very important to us, a lot of weight within your application. Now, letters of recommendation, we only ask for one, but you may submit up to 3 letters of recommendation. In your application, there will be 2 supplemental questions that you must submit. In addition to that, there will be an additional information section. If there's anything else you want us to know, please do take advantage of that section right there. Now, very important, we do have 4 different deadlines for when students can apply: early action, early decision 1, early decision 2, and a regular time frame. The main difference is that early decision 1 and early decision 2 are binding components. Okay, it's a huge commitment. You are locking to Santa Clara University. As you see, we have 2 different deadlines. There's the binding and the non-binding for both pools. We highly recommend submitting the FOFSA and the CSS profile. As you see, there's also different deadlines for when you choose to apply. Now, in terms of merit scholarships, all of our students in all of the pools are reviewed for merit scholarships. It's only that it is competitive. About 10–15% of our students receive merit scholarships. So therefore, students do have to be at that top 10–15%. Another thing I do want to mention, we are Division 1. We have 9 different types of housing. And there is a requirement this year. All of our first-year students have to live on campus their first 2 years. After their first 2 years, they can decide to continue living on campus or off campus. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the Q&A. In addition to that, I will put all my information on the chat.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have St. Mary's College of California.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Good evening, folks. My name is Sarah. I am an admissions counselor here at St. Mary's College of California. Super excited to be sharing y'all a little bit about our school today. Just a quick overview. We're located in Moraga, California. So East Bay, right between Walnut Creek and Oakland. Our undergrad population is very small, only about 2,100 students in total here at St. Mary's undergrad. We have about 1,000 additional grad students. It rounds out to about 19 students per class. So definitely small liberal arts, getting that individualized attention, creating those personal connections in the classroom. For liberal arts, Catholic LaSallian school, as well as an NCAA Division I school as well. So lots of ways to get involved athletically here. But we are kind of the heart of our curriculum, I would say, is our liberal arts identity. So the best way I can kind of describe that will be you'll learn a depth of knowledge within your major, but a breadth of knowledge everywhere else. So we take a more holistic approach to education. You'll be required to take classes outside of your major. You have the opportunity to form a community, diversify your group of friends, getting to know everyone on campus. And then within our liberal arts curriculum, we actually have 2 very unique classes that St. Mary's students are required to take. The first one being our collegiate seminar course. Every St. Mary's student is required to take this. It's a semester-long course. You sit in a circle just like you see there, and it's all student-led discussion. The students are in charge of the class, not the professor. So students are definitely going to be honing in those critical thinking skills, shared inquiry skills. We at St. Mary's believe in an academic rigor based on collaboration and not competition. So we want our students and encourage them to really get to know each other, form those connections, learn how to disagree respectfully. These are all very, very helpful aspects that you will take outside of your college classes when you're looking for jobs after you graduate. So definitely, it's great that you have a space to hone those in. In addition, we also have what's called January term. So for the entire month of January, St. Mary's students are only required to take one course, and this can be whatever course that the student would like that we have to offer. It does not have to be within their major or program. When I was a St. Mary's student, I've taken courses on history of rock, on news satire. Students can take courses on coffee versus tea, the art and literature of video games, the psychology of dogs, just to name a few. We also do have opportunities for study abroad, either during the month of January or during a semester as well. Places like Ireland, Italy, South Korea, India. These are all very, very hands-on courses. You'll be fully immersed in a brand new culture. We also do have over 40 academic majors, minors, and specialty programs here at St. Mary's. I tend to get asked what our most popular ones are. I would say definitely our business program, our communications program, psychology, kinesiology, and bio. But as you can see, we offer a plethora of ones to choose from that range in subject matter. Also, you do not have to come in as a declared major when you come in as a first year at St. Mary's. You have actually until your sophomore year to decide that, the end of your sophomore year. So you can come in undeclared. We understand you don't have to know what you want to do right away. We want to give our students the flexibility to try new things, experiment a little bit, major and minor. I have friends that have changed their major like 4 times here and have still graduated in 4 years. So we want to give you all that flexibility. In addition, we also have a plethora of different scholarships that we offer to do our best to make it as affordable as possible. Every single student, I should say, that applies is automatically considered for merit-based scholarships. This is just based solely on your high school GPA. These range anywhere from $13,000 a year to $29,000 a year, and you're automatically considered for this when you apply. So no need to do any extra work there. In addition, we do have a plethora of other scholarships we offer, specifically major-specific departmental scholarships. So again, like I said, you don't have to declare a major right away, but if you would like to, we do offer a plethora of options for departmental scholarships. You'll just have to apply early action to be considered for that. And then once you're admitted, apply separately. So that's also a great option as well. And the 2 deadlines to be aware of when it comes to applying to St. Mary's, our early action deadline of November 1st and our regular decision deadline of January 15th. Both of these are non-binding, so you do not have to commit to the school if you're accepted. We let you choose that. In addition, the application process is very, very simple. All you'll need to do is submit the common application. We do have a fee waiver code for y'all, apply SMC. So we definitely don't want y'all to have to pay that $60 application fee. We'll have you submit a letter of recommendation from an academic teacher or counselor. This is optional, but we do highly recommend. We're a test optional school, so that's not required. So you'll submit your transcripts and then you'll just wait to hear back. If you apply early action, you'll hear back within 3 to 4 weeks. Regular decision, you'll probably hear back within 5 to 6 weeks. And that's just a little quick overview about our school. My name is Sarah, as I mentioned. My contact information is listed right over there in the top right corner. I'll also put it in the chat as well. Thank y'all so much for coming to my presentation, and feel free to drop in the Q&A if y'all have any more questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Julia, and I represent the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, also known as FIDO, as we like to call it. FIDO is a 4-year private accredited college in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, specializing in design and business. So all of our majors are related to applied arts, which means that it's very hands-on work creating art that actually solves a problem or a solution in our everyday lives. So that looks like majors from everything from fashion design to film, interior design, graphic design, marketing, beauty, business, and beyond. All of our students learn from world-class faculty that are actually still current working industry professionals. And the beauty of that is that these people have current up-to-date information on whatever industry they teach in because they're still working in that industry themselves. And the other great part of this is because we are a small college, about 2,000 students, you're in a very tight-knit community where you actually get to know your professors really well as your fellow peers in class. And a lot of students actually get job offers or part-time and internships from their professors after working with them for a few quarters. Making a close connection with them, they're able to actually create jobs from an in-class experience. This is also common with our industry partnerships. So because we're in Los Angeles, we're right in the heart of the fashion district, the entertainment industry, and we're about just a block away from the Staples Center, Grammy Museum, LA Live, food, concerts, and art happening all around us at all times. And we use everything in LA as an extension of our campus. What that means is that in some of your classes, you might actually get to go downtown and see behind the scenes of a showroom, the market center, a manufacturing plant, and get to actually see the industry up close and personal, as well as work with over hundreds of big brand names in the LA area. This is everything from Nike to Disney, Victoria's Secret, Warner Brothers, Gucci, Fenty. If you like it, we're probably partners with them. Because we are the premier design school for fashion and other creative arts in California, we do have a lot of close connections that students get to utilize. Our curriculum is entirely project-based, which means that you actually are getting hands-on experience in whatever design aspect you're interested in. So rather than just studying it in theory, you're going to actually get to do it hands-on yourself. So if you like to work with your hands and you're creative, FIDO might be a really great fit for you. It's also rigorous at the same time. Students are doing about 8 to 12 projects a quarter, which means that students are getting good very quickly at their craft, and they all graduate with a professional portfolio to take to employers after they graduate. Our Career Center is also very hands-on, and so students get paired with an advisor day one of college who helps you find internship experience, helps you find part-time jobs, helps you build that portfolio. Every student graduates with internship experience guaranteed with one of our industry partners here. We also like to say that we study the design of business and the business design in every single one of our majors. And what that means is you're going to get the skills to be a professional and expertise designer, but you're also going to learn the business side of the industry. In order to be employable and get a job quickly out of college, we think that it's best you get to see both sides of the industry so that you don't graduate and go, well, now what? How do I get a job? So you're actually going to know the business side of the industry, how to launch a business, how to start a brand, manage a label, as well as all the technical design skills that you need to be successful. And these are some of the majors. We have over 20 different majors to choose from, all in the creative fields. And FIDO has a very unique structure within our college where you actually every student starts in a 2-year program, and then they get to decide how they want to finish in their 3rd and 4th year. And so you have the ability to mix and match, to start in one area and graduate in another, allowing you to get expertise in multiple different disciplines. So if you are interested in FIDO, the best thing you can do is connect with us. We have open houses, campus tours, and summer programs happening every single year. You can schedule a campus tour online if you're interested, and you can also connect with us on social media. There's a variety of different scholarships you can explore as well on our website, some merit-based, need-based, and other ones just by being a part of clubs on your campus. So if you did want to get some extra scholarship money, this great resource we have available to students in high school and community colleges is to start a fashion club at your high school. So if you started a club at your high school, you took an extra step and you registered it with us at FIDO, you as the president would be eligible for a $10,000 per year scholarship just by running a club, having fun with some friends, meeting some new people, and all active members would get a $5,000 per year scholarship. So a lot of great opportunities available to students if you are looking for them. And The other piece to think about is with application season on the way, we are actually a school that is on rolling admissions, which means there is no deadlines. You do not miss anything if you apply right now versus 6 months from now. You can apply at any time. We do look at our students holistically. And so we will look at your transcript, we'll look at an essay. We don't require SAT or ACT scores. And depending on what major you apply to, we may require a portfolio. And so that's something to start thinking about now, stashing away some of your favorite pieces of work that you have, and creating a little pile of stuff that you want to submit later on. So I'm going to send a link into the chat of a way you can connect with us at FIDO or get in contact with an admissions counselor if you're interested, and you can fill out the form there, and you're also welcome to contact me. I'll put my email in the chat too. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, FIDO. Next up, we have Purdue University.
Thank you, Sarah. Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending the event this evening. My name is Taylor Patterson, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admission at Purdue University, and this is Purdue. Purdue is located in West Lafayette, Indiana. Campus is 2 hours from Chicago and an hour north of Indianapolis. For students coming from California, they're O'Hare Airport in Chicago and the Indianapolis Airport are your best bets, as there are shuttles that run to and from campus multiple times a day. The West Lafayette area and the greater Lafayette area have a population of about 120,000 people. That does not include any of our student body, and there's a lot going on. From concerts, festivals, farmers markets, local coffee shops highlighted there in the bottom, there's a lot going on for our students to take advantage of. This is our Purdue by the numbers slide. We fall into that category of a large public institution. We are at the largest enrollment that we have ever seen, both total and undergraduate. We are growing. Majority of our students do come from the state of Indiana, but all 50 states are represented in our student body. Fun fact, California is actually our third largest state represented. In this year's freshman class of over 550 students are from California, a majority being from Northern California. This is a breakdown of the 11 different academic schools and colleges at Purdue. In total, we have over 200 majors, and I'll highlight a few from each one. Our College of Agriculture, one of the oldest academic colleges at Purdue, is where you're going to be finding some science-focused majors like food science, animal science, and even programs like agricultural business and landscape architecture. From our College of Education, you'll see pre-K through secondary teaching majors that are offered. Over in our College of Engineering, you'll see 17 engineering majors. Something unique to Purdue is that when students apply, they all begin in a general engineering program we've designed called First Year Engineering. Exploratory studies is for those students that were like me, that were undecided and truly given a space to explore for up to 4 semesters. Our College of Health and Human Sciences is pretty self-explanatory, but that's where you'll find our direct admit nursing program, some people-focused business programs, that kinesiology and nutrition program, and then even our hospitality and tourism management. Our College of Liberal Arts, as you've learned tonight, are where students are going to be honing in on specific interests, but really be able to take a breadth of classes. Over in Craner, in our School of Management, we have 8 analytical business programs. Our College of Pharmacy, while we do have a pharmacy school, we have an undergraduate program called Pharmaceutical Sciences. Our Polytechnic Institute, formerly known as our College of Technology, is home to 14 engineering technology programs, our aviation programs, and other things in that realm of computers like cybersecurity and web development and design. Over in our College of Science, you'll probably see a lot of majors in that realm of science, of courses that you've been able to take in high school, like chemistry and biology, but also things like geophysics, genetics, data science, and computer science. Last but not least, we do have the College of Veterinary Medicine, where we do have that vet school at the doctorate level. We also have a vet nursing program too. So that was a very quick overview of the academics. To dive even further, I'll highlight a few programs. We are a Tier 1 research institution. What that means is there's a lot of money going into research, and specifically at the undergraduate level. We have over 2,000 active research projects going on at any given time. While we do have over 130 minors, we also have different certificate programs. For example, the Certificate of Entrepreneurship and Innovation housed in our Cranert School of Management. We do have an honors college as well. And then 2 programs, Degree Plus and Degree in 3, are available within our College of Liberal Arts, allowing students to double major and then also graduate within 3 years. In total, we have close to 1,000 student organizations. Our students are very, very active. They are going to be centered from around hobbies to community service and academics. I think of things like maybe juggling or fondue, where you want to volunteer for Habitat for Humanity. The student riding a go-kart in the middle picture is with our Formula SAE program, where students essentially build go-karts and then race them on a track on campus. I'm going to take the last few minutes of my time and talk about evaluating applications. Very similar to other schools that have been presenting tonight is that we review applications holistically. First and foremost, we're looking at the academic criteria. We're looking at your high school coursework, the specific grades in those courses, the strength of your curriculum, the relevant coursework to your major, and academic trends. You will notice that the GPA is not listed. You are more than just a number, and we're really interested in looking at your academic story. For seniors, we have a test flexible policy in place. What that means is if you have test scores, we do encourage you to send them in, but if not, A-okay. We're also looking at other pieces of your story, like your extracurricular activities, your personal background and experience, and the time of year that you apply. If you do have any more questions, you can definitely put them into the Q&A portion. I'll also copy and paste my contact information into the chat. I'm going to hand the microphone back over to our facilitator, Sarah. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Taylor. At this time, I'd like to take the rest of our time together, bring all of our presenters back on camera, have them unmute themselves, and they're going to have a chance to share some advice with you from their perspective and from their professional experiences. So we'll start again in the same order that you presented. So starting with Oregon State University, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Okay, sorry about that. One thing I would like students to remember about our school is that we have amazing academics. We're a top research institution in an amazing college town. So you get really the best of both worlds.
Amazing. Santa Clara University.
I think something that is very important to us within our community is that within the Jesuit philosophy, we really strive to educate the whole person, right? The mind, the body, the spirit. We not want just students to focus on academics. We want them to be out there, be in a community, right? Find ways to help and serve. So if there's one thing I would like, students to remember, it would definitely be that part of our community.
St. Mary's College of California.
Yeah, I think something that is super important, kind of a quick summary of our school is that, we want our students to feel like they're more than just a number, right? We care about them, how they're doing on track academically, but also personally as well. We do have a very inclusive community here on our campus. And so I want students to know that we have a safe space here, and that here at St. Mary's, you have the freedom to try new things, get to know everyone, and really hone in that inclusive community, both inside and outside the classroom.
FIDO.
One thing students should remember about us is the hands-on experience you're going to get in the classroom, surrounded by working professionals that take you under your wing and mentor you, and that the internship opportunities that you're offered at a specialized school like FIDO and the support in the arts and design fields are unmatched, and it's not something you're going to find at public universities.
Purdue University.
One thing that I want students to remember, I think definitely the collaborative nature of our academics and the strength of all the traditions at Purdue. I also like to note that everybody looks good in black and gold.
Great advice. Speaking of advice, we'll start again with Oregon State University. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I think it's really easy to get overwhelmed with the college search process. I mean, just listening to the five of us here, there's different deadlines and different priorities that we all place on things. Try not to let yourself get overwhelmed. Have fun with this process, stay organized so it's easy to not get overwhelmed, but just really have fun and find out what's important to you. I mean, you'll hear a million different rankings, you'll hear a million different why each college is the best from the different representatives, but find out what's important to you.
Santa Clara University.
Thank you. Definitely an advice I would give students is to do not hesitate to reach out, right? We are here for them. Let us know if there's any questions. Don't hesitate to reach out. We're more than happy to answer any questions, any guidance that students would like. I think that sometimes there are, of course, though, like portions of it where students really need a little bit more support or more guidance, right? Again, we are here for you to answer any questions that you've got.
St. Mary's College of California.
Yeah, I think the biggest piece of advice that I could give students that are going through the college search process is, you're doing great. You're in exactly the place that you need to be right now. But also that, I never want students to feel like they need to compare themselves to each other. Everyone's path to higher education is different, and your path may be different than someone else's, but that doesn't mean that either of y'all are wrong. Y'all are just doing what is best for you. So just prioritize what you want out of a school. Don't compare yourself to what other people are doing, and the rest will fall into place.
FIDO.
My advice for students in this process would be don't sell yourself short. Explore every option that you have, and try to block out the noise of pressure from parents and friends. Really listen to your heart and where you want to go, what you're interested in. And if you have the opportunity, try to visit campuses. It'll make a huge difference in your decision making about how you feel in that area, how you feel about the community. So if you have the opportunity to tour, definitely do it.
And Purdue University.
Oh my goodness, it's hard to go last with this question, as you all offered some great pieces of advice. I think something that I would encourage students to remember is to also enjoy your senior year of high school. This is one piece of your fall and early in the spring semester, but don't forget that this is also your last year of high school. It may be the last time that you're going to be living in a community in which you have been living in for quite a while. So don't forget about the other things. While this is a very important path and process to go through, it is not the only thing that you should be worrying about.
See, this is why they're the professionals. They give great advice. And our last question for you all, starting with Oregon State University, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think one myth that I'd like to debunk is that admissions is kind of like a faceless machine, and we're not there for students. That is not the case. I mean, almost every college has a representative that you can reach out to and ask questions with. Most of us would love to chat with you, whether it be in person or Zoom or over the phone. But find out who your local rep is and reach out to us and let us help you out.
Santa Clara University.
Yeah, I think kind of similar to that, it's not that we just look at stats or numbers. It's really that we look at the holistic approach, right? We look at the story, the interest. I think that is one part of the admissions process, that we are really interested in knowing about the student, right? What are you passionate about? That's really one of the biggest portions of it.
St. Mary's College of California.
Yeah, I think a myth that I would like to debunk about the college admissions process, I guess similar to what's been said earlier, I think a lot of students are a bit daunted by maybe what they read and, journals and reviews and rankings. And, I think at the end of the day, like, all of us in admissions, we chose this institution for a reason. We're very passionate about what we do, and we're passionate about what our institution stands for. And so getting to know your admissions counselor, your local rep, is super important. And I think one myth to really debunk on that would be that, again, we don't care and we're just here to get the numbers. And that's not true at all. We want to get to know you. We want to see what you're about. What about you are you so excited to bring to our campus? So I guess that would be one myth that I would like to debunk.
Great. FIDO.
Something similar to what I've been hearing here, but what I like to tell students is that our admissions counselors are more like guidance counselors and gatekeepers. They want to get to know you and help you and make sure that this is going to be the right fit for you. And then more specifically related to design colleges, I know a lot of students are really terrified about submitting portfolios. And I want to let you know that no one is looking for professional work. The whole reason to come to college is to learn and to get better. And so admissions counselors are really looking to see where you're at, just get a sense for you and your style, your potential, and where you're headed. Nobody is expecting you to have it all figured out already.
And Purdue University.
Oh my gosh, another one to go hard to go last in. Great advice, everybody. I think that one myth I'd like to debunk, that students sometimes think that it's one thing that's going to get them into school, that there's this magic formula. And us on the admission side are really looking at the student story individually and the information that they give us in their application. We really do want to learn more. I get asked a lot of what GPA, what class, what club, what organization, and it really is, what is the student's passion? And that's what we want to hear during the application process.
Well, I really want to thank our wonderful presenters. You all are fabulous and have such great advice to give. I hope those of you who tuned in really enjoyed the session and are taking away some valuable information tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions, and you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Archbishop-Mitty. I want to thank you again and have a great rest of the evening.